I think most Zambian artists want to be celebrities and not performers.
Yeah. They want to be celebrities. They want to be seen as special.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another exciting episode of Titandala, the podcast. I'm your host. My name is Charlie. Today's episode is so special because I'm hosting somebody who's been in the music industry for such a long time, based outside the country, but visiting. And I thought, hey, why don't I take an opportunity to have a sit down with Yvonne Mwale? How you doing?
I'm good, man. What's
Welcome
up?
to Zambia.
You okay? Yeah.
Welcome back home.
Thank you.
How does it feel after being away for such a long time?
It feels really good.
And you're telling me that Zambia has changed a lot.
Zambia has changed a lot. I'm getting lost every day.
Yeah?
Right now, I feel like I'm in London or somewhere in Europe. You know,
welcome home.
Everything looking so good. All the bridges, the buildings, and everything has changed in a good way.
Absolutely.
I'm so impressed. I'm so proud.
Yeah.
This is my country. I'm so happy. Yeah.
So you and me actually do talk. Usually have these interviews online on the radio and everything. Great to finally meet you.
It's really nice to meet you.
I'll tell you something. I was telling you a story of how I got introduced to your music. First of all.
Yeah.
You know, I love soul, jazz, R&B, and everything, especially Afro jazz. So one time I walk into the office at Q, and then I find your CD there. This is like 2007.
Okay, cool.
Pick up the CD, Yvonne Mwale, Msimbi Wakuda. I ask everybody, hey, who CD is this? I don't want to steal.
Yeah.
Then I get it. I pop it in. Then I listen to the first track. Chinseya. I was like, yo.
Wow, yeah.
This is the sound that I love. Tell you what, I listened to that CD from start to the end.
Yeah,
and then I started looking for you.
Yeah.
I was like, where is this person? I think I even DM'd you on Instagram. But anyway, you freshed me out. But anyway, it's okay. We're here. But anyway, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
You've been working so hard. And just take us to where it all started. I remember you winning Ngoma Awards for Best Female Up-and-Coming Artist. But before that, take us through what leads to there.
Before all that, okay, that's a long story. Before all that,
we have all the time. Don't worry, this is not radio.
I was really young, like 5, at the age of 5.
That's when you started singing?
Yeah. I had an interest in music. I had this thing, like it's more like a craving running through my soul. Like whenever I hear any melody, any music, I would just start to dance or just humming or just creating melodies.
Right.
And my mom was like, this kid, you'll be a singer, I know. Because my mom used to be a dancer, actually. She danced in a Masie band.
For real?
She was a dancer, yeah. Okay. My mom used to be a dancer, so I'm coming from a musical family. And I loved music since the age of 5. I used to sing in church, in the choir. Back then I was also in a Roman Catholic. Yeah. And then I moved from Roman Catholic to UCZ. Yeah, so I've been in the choir, I've been in the praise team to Pentecost, and so it all started when I was just like a little girl. I used to sing in front of people in church. I could just sing. I loved attention. I loved to perform for people because that's what excited my spirit and my soul. So it all started back way back. Yeah.
Tell me about your first gig outside church. Now you want to take on this music journey. What was it like for you?
It was really strange. This was the time when I had moved from, because I grew up in Chipata actually.
Oh yeah,
you know, I had moved from Chipata. I moved to Lusaka. And this was a time when, this was a period when I was really, going through a lot. Because I've been homeless also for 5 years. I was on the streets.
Is it?
Yeah. At the age of 12, I lost my both parents who raised me. So it was really kind of rough, So I was surviving on my own, hustling on the streets until I became a mother at the age of 15, going to 16,
Wow.
So I started living with my kid on the streets, started surviving. And since from there, Chipata, I moved here.
Yeah.
So while I was here on the streets also, I just happened to walk by the street somewhere where there's a Lusaka Playhouse on the street somewhere. Then I could hear somebody was playing the music, you know. They were having some kind of rehearsals or something there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then when I walked in,
At this point, you're homeless.
Yeah.
You have a child. You're barely 16.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when I walked in, I could find this band playing there, and I'm like, I'm interested, because whenever I could hear music from afar, I'm like attracted, and I'm like, I really want to do something. I had this courage. Like, I would really love to go and speak to these people to see if they could give me just one a chance just to do something with my voice, you know.
Yeah.
So I found this beautiful band that was, I think, also Bishop.
Bishop,
yeah. I'm like, you know, I'm not okay. Please help me. Let me just sing you one song.
Yeah.
And then they allowed me. Then we made our connections there. I started singing. And while I was singing, I was just creating something that is not... I was like kind of like introducing myself.
Right.
Making an introduction through singing, you know. So that's how it was. And they were like touched. Why are you telling your sad story in your music? You know, like, you're just making this. I'm like, of course, I'm an orphan and this is what I'm going through. I'm a kid, but I'm carrying a kid and I've been on the streets. And most people, they started calling me names. She's crazy. And I was walking barefoot. I've been on the streets.
Wow.
I used to, everywhere I would find, like, I've slept in drainages before. I've slept in markets before. I've picked food from the trashes, you know. It was really rough.
Wow, that's a sad story.
Yeah, just to make it short, I happened to be also connected to the Bishop Band, one of the biggest bands, I think.
Yeah,
in
at the
Zambia,
time,
with
yes.
Sir Jones,
Yeah.
Jones Kabanga. So Uncle Jones is like my father, you know, it's like
Right.
my dad. And thankfully, they gave me you know, a shelter, you know. So I stayed in Lusaka West in the farms.
Yeah.
You know, he took me in with my baby boy. And then for the very, very first time, I didn't know that I had it, that I could actually stand in front of people holding the microphone and perform with a band.
Wow. So at this time, Sir Jones is taking you into music and lessons and how to basically do
exactly.
it.
So I would say he's the one, thanks to him, he's the one who educated me, you know, when it comes to live music and being just professional. So at first we had started just with maybe cover songs. So they had given me a medley of ABBA. I used to sing We Can Dance and Dancing Queen, ABBA from the ABBA medley.
Yes.
And they gave me a Freshly Ground song.
Freshly Ground,
I used to sing
one of my favorites.
Yeah, and people, they were like, you know, when I started here doing these songs, and people, they really loved Doobie because they were like, you sound exactly like her. And I'm like, I didn't
coming
know.
to think of it, yes.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't know, but I just love this voice, you know, because it's unique.
Yeah.
And I love it. It's got some vibe in it, and I would vibe with it. So I started performing on stage with the live band. For me was really crazy because right in the beginning, and it's just a normal thing I think to do, everybody gets nervous.
Absolutely, yeah.
I never used to move. I'm just standing there like my immediate. I was like,
but you're doing your thing.
Then you're doing your thing, and I'm like too shy, but my voice is coming too strong. And when people start really staring at me, I'm feeling uncomfortable. I'm like, I was very, very innocent.
Yes.
No drinking alcohol, whatever. I'm not a heavy drinker, though. I never even used to smell the smell of alcohol. I was just a Fanta drinker, softies.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola, Sprite. And I was too shy.
Yeah.
But thanks to Uncle Jones, they really, really inspired me, and they really helped me. They gave me this hope of wanting to live again, because I've been through so much pain and so much hell. But I knew that even though things are like this, but I believe in God, because I'm a Christian and I love God despite everything. But I love God, and I know that God has got my back.
Absolutely.
No matter what I go through, I have to believe in Him, you know. So I always encourage even young people, orphans, people who are going through a lot, people who are homeless.
Yeah.
You know, we need to stick to loving one another and also believing in God, you know.
Yeah.
Believe in what you do best.
Yeah.
So for me, music saved me.
Yeah.
Education didn't save me because I didn't do education.
Right.
You get it? Music saved me. I never spoke English, but now at least I'm not really fluent in speaking English, but I'm trying my best.
Absolutely.
Through traveling, of course, being in Europe, in so many different countries, most of the people we meet, they're speaking English, yeah? The way I'm coming from in Deutschland, we speak Deutsch, German, you know, there's no English.
Yeah.
So sometimes I might have a bit of fun accent, but it's okay, it's all good.
Yeah.
I'm very real, I'm very honest. I'm not a person who speaks English very, very good.
Yeah.
But I just love to speak what I can speak. As long as we're able to communicate, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about now. Sir Jones takes you on. You're doing all these cover songs.
Yeah.
You did a couple competitions, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Some of which you won and did so well. Take us through that as well.
That was the Music Crossroads.
Music Crossroads.
So
that was one of the biggest competitions.
Exactly.
For those of you that don't know, that was like Idols here, hey?
Yeah.
Google that.
Yeah, Music Crossroads. And it's funny, it's just sad that now we don't have it here.
Yeah.
But the Music Crossroads still, it's very much active right now. Yeah, they are actually, it's an organization from France.
Yeah.
It's in Europe. So now they've changed the organizers and the directors of Music Crossroads. And now they're very much active in other countries as well, in Europe here. So back then they used to like try to work on discovering like young talents and making them compete. And then after they've done that, they are selecting the winners. You know, they pick the competitors from different countries of Africa. Then they make them compete, and then they pick the best winner. You go to the finale, you win. You compete. You compete with the other African countries.
Right.
Then you take the first prize, and that would be you now being given an opportunity to travel to Europe, like in maybe 8 countries or 9 countries to do.
So you were competing
concerts.
with other countries?
Zimbabwe and other African countries. So once you've done that, they give you a tour now to go to 8 countries, and that was in 2009. Yeah, 2009. That's when we started we started traveling with the Nyali band. Nyali came up, and it was really a good team because we had so much talent in the group. There was we were together. You know that we were together with Teresa Ngambi.
Teresa, yes.
Teresa has been my friend for a very, very long time.
Wow.
You know, because we had a lot in common. We used to connect on the musical level and also on the spiritual level.
She's immensely talented.
Yeah, we were actually admiring each other. We've been like sisters, you know, with Teresa. We had a lot in common because also she would come up with these traditional melodies, and she's like, Yvonne, also I like your vibe, akakanyimbo, tet chai, so na. So we are very much alike with Teresa, and we connected very well. So unfortunately, back then, I don't know, she was supposed to get married. Yeah. So her program kind of like, I don't know, it was disturbed somehow. She couldn't join us to go to Europe. We were all together in Nyali, but instead she decided to stay. But which was okay. Of course, it was also more important for her to do the wedding and so forth and so on. But it was cool. So there was also Paul Enepo. I don't know whether you know Enepo. That time he had dreadlocks. He used to be a good singer. One of also good vocalists. Yeah, I don't know. He's around now. I have to let him know I'm here, but I don't know. But I don't know whether he's very much active in music. Yeah. But he's also one of the good singers. And we had some guys. We had Nico on the keyboard. Nico who plays with Sakala Brothers.
Right. Nico, yes.
Yeah, we had the guitarist. What's his name? Also Paul. Now he's in Swaziland. Yeah, he's really, really good guitarist. We had John the drums, and we had John the bass. Yeah. You know.
So it was like a whole family, a whole musical family.
Yeah, it was a whole family, and we had fun in Europe, touring all these countries, performing.
So when you're in Europe, you're doing local songs.
Yeah. We were doing our tradition, the Afrofusion.
Wow.
You know, that's what makes it more special. This music, when you take it out there, people are more interested, you know, because it's something that they've never listened to before. Yeah. It's really original, it's more authentic, it's more real, and they are curious to know more about our culture and our music, and they are praising us like, oh, these guys, you have very, very nice original music, and the way you play, the way you guys dance, they're actually worshiping us there, you know, like we really
because you're taking there something that's unique, not something they've heard before.
Unique. Yeah, it's not like R&B, it's not, which is also okay. But then, because even me, my music later on, I decided to change. I've always been this fusion person. I love to do tradition, Afro, but I like to put some elements of jazz, elements of blues, so that it's creating also something a bit more unique. Yeah. You know, so I'm very flexible. I'm very flexible with any type of music. This is why also I love hip hop. Hip hop, it's just now I doubted myself. I underestimated myself. To be honest, I'm not a hip hop person. I'm not a good rapper. Okay. Right. Yeah, but
you're singing very well.
I just found my ways of how I can make it special. I love dancehall, I love raga, but my voice can do a lot of things, you know?
Yeah, you're a creative, so you can work with almost anything.
Yeah, so this is why these 2 songs that came up, the one with Slap D, and Mick Bena, Nenganga and Uka Kalilele. It was just, for me, it was just fun, like for fun, and also doing something for my Zambian people, because I love to experiment. I love to play around, and I'm like, let me see how it will turn out.
And Uka Kalilele is actually one of my favorites, because the fusion of Afro into hip hop just brings this simplicity to hip hop that we've never heard before. So it's a good listen. It's a good listen. So now, at this point, are you recording your own music, or you're just touring Europe at the time?
At the moment, I have like 4 albums already.
No, I'm saying like the time that you're touring Europe with a band. Are you in studio recording your own stuff, or it's just a band at the time?
No. We had our album already. We actually recorded our album here in Zambia together.
Okay.
Before we had gone on a tour, yes. Because the directors, they were like, no, we have to come up with an album, because as soon as we start making our tours there with the festivals, the first thing they're going to ask for are the CDs.
Right.
Where people, they are excited during the festival, like they're always asking, do you guys have a music, or do you have a website? Oh, what are your names? Your name is Nyali, but where's the album,
Yeah.
So we recorded our music before we traveled. So it was done here, Vilimba, there was Vilimba, and what was the title of the album? It was something, I think I have to Nikudala na but there were some good songs there. There was Vilimba Gazi. That was one of my compositions.
Yeah.
So because everybody had to contribute, but of course also 85% of the songs were also composed by me.
Yeah.
Because of it wasn't me selecting, but the directors they liked the vibe, they liked the style of the
authenticity in it.
The uniqueness. So I had to bring in my songs on the table, and so we came up with we came up with an album, and then it came out really good. So we did our shows there. It was really, really perfect, fine.
Yeah.
So while we were doing our shows there, we had to make connections with people, and there were some people who were like, why don't you stay? Please don't go back to Zambia.
Yeah.
And at that time, I had my son here.
Right.
Like, there's no way I can leave my son.
Yeah.
My son is really, really small. I would really love to come back. We make plan. I'm not really... At this time, I didn't even have an interest of staying there.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm thinking of my son, and my home is there.
Home is where the heart is.
Yeah, exactly. Nileke kuja nsima. Since akapenda wakuja vichani va kwao. So I'm like, better I go back home. So that time it was really fun, because as soon as we got back, actually, that was the same year when I got this award, Ngoma Award. So it was like a year of blessings.
Nice.
Yes. And it happened when? Is it in Copperbelt or whatever? I don't know where it was taking place. The awards, in Ngoma Awards, in somewhere in Copperbelt, I don't know there. So when they were even calling the Nyali, no, not the Nyali, but when they were calling out for my name,
right,
I didn't really actually expect that it's me they're calling. I didn't really see this.
Yeah, I didn't read it like...
I was even asking my friends, like hey
me?
guys, who else is Yvonne Mwale in here? I'm like, why? How come? Is it me? No. Manje guys, ngayibona uchosa kona album yanga singo chan visit kabanje manje. No, it's you. I was so scared. So my guys, they put me like taking me to the stage. I'm like, guys, niyo pa ikufuna kuzitundira, like
Yeah. So how did that award and just the recognition itself that came with it? What trajectory did it set you on in terms of your music now?
Like what impact?
Yeah.
It did a lot. Yeah, it did a lot in a very positive way. It's improved, for also like big supporters out there, getting more connections from outside, and just in so many good way, I would say. Yeah.
Amazing stuff.
And also it just encouraged me to even work more harder.
Yeah.
I've seen myself also like jumping on bigger, massive stages, performing in front of 12,000 people.
Wow.
I've seen it before happening.
What's the biggest festival you've been at, and then up to today you're still like, wow?
Yeah, it was also one in Congo in... it was Amani Festival. It's in Congo. Yes. Right. Amani Festival is one of those biggest festivals where we had... there was Welason, and they had some also local artists. There were like 12,000 people there.
Wow.
And Neka as well was also performing there.
Yeah.
So also there's one Belthasberg festival in Germany.
In Germany,
it's more than 12,000 people also.
Wow.
So actually I'm going there this year. Years ago before the corona, they had me there.
Yeah.
So this year they've booked me already.
Wow.
So it's one of those also biggest important music festivals.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it's been really good so far, and we're still pushing.
Absolutely.
You know, we're still pushing until we get it done.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When you look at you have performed in front of big stages, shared stage with big names and all of that.
Yeah.
When you look at the landscape of Zambian music right now, compared to what people are vibing with outside, where do you think we're at now?
Okay, on that one, honestly, I feel like we are heading there.
Slowly.
Yeah. Not yet there, but we are heading there. Yes. I avoid to talk too much about this topic, but I'm not shy to speak the truth.
Yeah.
Because you
The
don't
truth
know
is what it
people,
is.
they think differently.
Yeah.
When I start sounding too much, people, anyway, let's put it this way.
Yeah.
People, they hate the truth.
And on this show
You
we
know?
speak only about the truth. That's what we do.
You know people, right? They hate the truth. So once you start speaking the truth, they're like,
So in short, we when we're not doing as much as we are supposed to be doing in
but
order
we're
to get
heading
there.
We are getting there. But
What
one
would it
thing,
take for us to get there?
changing
by
our
the way, can you make
mentality
yourself some coffee
first.
then?
Yeah, changing
need to-
our mentality first. You know, we have to change the way we think. We have to change our mentality, especially us as artists.
Yeah.
I always speak about this, our mentality of trying to uplift ourselves too much, worshipping ourselves too much, without humbling ourselves too much.
Right.
Competition, this thing of wanting to be the only superstar in the country or in the world, showing off by clothing.
Yeah,
it's
what
the
you're
most
wearing,
important,
the
what
swag.
you're wearing, the swag, and of which is not bad.
The
I
lifestyle,
love swag.
yeah.
Lifestyle. Others are even faking it until they make it, of course,
know?
but others are just still faking it until they didn't even make it. But I believe in being real. If you don't have a car, you are an artist. It doesn't affect your art of work.
Wow.
But here, if you are an artist, you are seen as a good artist once you have a good house, you own a house, you have whatever brand new expensive shoes, you have Chanel glasses, you have Gucci, Adidas,
everywhere. All
So if you
blinged
don't
up.
have Adidas as an artist, you are being put under.
Yeah.
You are not valued, you know, even the people that you should be mixing up with.
So we're not putting talent first.
We're not putting talent first. This is something that I've been observing. People, they are like in circles. They selected themselves like bebachitika bwino banafupanga tibavala chabye magucci,
One side.
Chanel, bangangale paje bakumwa ma champagne. Even when you take a look at the places they want to go to, they're
It's
spending
these,
10,000 kwacha ma drinks chabe, you know, and they couldn't accept or invite somebody who doesn't even have a car. Akangwa kono gula na chani, even having a 1,000 kwacha.
Yeah.
But actually better even them, you know, talent-wise. So I don't like this mentality. You know, I don't like it. I don't really like it. And I hate it to be also worshipped. Because the thing is, we might be artists, but we are all people.
Right.
Ndise bantu tivutika. Banangakuza nilibe na 100 kwacha. You won't believe me. Bandine muntu since abyss. You see, yeah? Yeah. I'll just say, you know, come on, nifuna sopa nonzaenda kumtendere. Nzasakira koko yapanga ko munkoyo. But for a person, you see, if I was somebody else like mwenilide nachoka ke Yvonne manje bachoka kanku Germany ko manje apo manje
they don't want to be
kuibe kujaka kona tumatika manje kuibe kuyenda ati niendeko kumtendere. Me I buy to vinkubala, I buy chani chinipika na rumanda pano kali che, you know. There were others there that would come back even changing the accents, like I told you.
Yes,
Kuchukweni chokera stikamba chizungu ka kamba cha bechi dochi. Izana mabwanju kuti ndambomveka monga ndine wako America. Guys,
we have people here that have traveled to China for 2 hours, come back and they have an American accent. Like, what are you doing?
No, pa China, just going pa China for 1 week.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, hey, yo, what up? Hey, yeah, man.
You know?
I'm like, hey, exe, what you pa China? Hey, Papa China and Papa and ha who he.
I tell you.
You have to be real, and this is what I don't like. Most of our people, not to mention names, but I think they know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We have to change our mindset.
Absolutely.
Our mentality. We have to start focusing more on the art and also giving opportunity to the upcoming artists.
Yeah.
We need to learn more, to investigate more about the music. Let's observe what other people are doing out there. musically. And this is what is making it more difficult for us Zambian musicians to break through, to have a breakthrough. Check
what other people are doing.
Just 2 days ago I was on Radio Phoenix, so we were having a topic about this, where we were talking about the same topic, where I was like, I don't know, name which Zambian knows about even Womix. Womix is one of the biggest music exhibition.
Right.
Tinazi patula stiziba, we don't even take time to investigate more to know about things like that.
Yeah.
Womix is one of the biggest music exhibition. It happens in Europe. That's where actually real professional managers go. And bookers, they go there selling their artists out there.
Yes.
Like Venarila, Bajabe Maonarila from South Africa, Venandani, Angelique Kijo. Yeah. They meet their managers. They meet there in Womix because they are selling their artist. You have to have an open mind for wild music, because I'm in the wild music.
Yeah.
You have Angelique Kijo. That's wild music.
Right.
So we're having also similar bookers. The people are booking Angelique Kijo, so they are booking me as well. So we have similar booking agents, and our managers, they get to meet at this music exhibition. They go once in a year. There are thousands of people. That's why you get connections there.
Yes.
That is, we're just focused here, just making it here, and doing only the music from here, and that's it, Kwasila.
Wow.
We have to take enough time to figure it out what can also sell from that side.
From the other side.
Chache, same topic music in my sinikamba tinchoipa balimalo wazakamba oops Yvonne akamba so sinikamba not mkazimba my love songs. I also sing love songs.
There's a wide range of topics that you can talk about.
Yeah, we need to have this uniqueness. We need to have an open mind set where we should be, more considerate when we're doing our music. Don't just focus on selling your music here.
Yeah.
Take time, find out, investigate more about what's selling out there. How can I actually do it? How can I go and perform at a festival somewhere in London, somewhere in Europe? How can people hear my music?
Yeah.
If I tell you, Chari, right now, it's so embarrassing, but this is the truth, this is the fact. Most of the people, even who are here, or not, let me just not here, not just Zambia, but in African countries, when they come, bigger superstars, they come to Europe, they travel to Europe, they say, no, chite, bana show kuja, bana concert. Do you know the places they go to? Kuno Bantu, they think, maybe they're having this massive...
In LA,
they're having these massive concerts where they're Bazungu, Babachita support and so forth and so on. They're going to perform for the Zambian community.
Wow.
Maybe Nigerian community. Because we have them there in Germany as well.
Yes.
We have these African communities, and they're just any random simple guy organizing a event.
Yeah.
And they're calling wakwao. Ndiye mumvera ati no wachite waso aindo chita perform.
We see the posters online like, it's traveling now.
And you find that even the audience,
they call it a tour.
You only see 2 white people there, and they don't know anything.
Yo.
Because that's just how it is. Those people, they don't even know our music. What's the Zambian music? And now what I've even discovered is that most of the people in the Europe, they love the old music that used to be there, Makalindula, Bena Picket Shala.
Okay, yeah.
That's why they're interested in buying my records, Bena Picket Shala. That's real Zambian music.
Right.
Comparing to the music that is happening today, I don't know. It's just something,
they're not vibing with it there.
It's not vibing with it. I don't know. I think there's also a bit of a shyness, like people are feeling so much uncomfortable to say nikakamba mchinyanja or nikakamba mchinsenga bazaona monga ndine wako munzima ningi kapena I'm too low class. You get
but
that.
That's what they want there.
That's what
they want something
there.
different.
You have to be real. Muzachita bwanji guys, muna bado abatonga, muna bado abanyanja, muna bado ababemba nayo nemsenga nfumira kuchipata. I'm very proud of my language, and people, they love it when I sing my language. It's what makes it more special.
Yeah.
You get it? English, it's English ni chitundu nacho, but it's chitundu changa. Ni chikamba chabe, because kulikonse kwenzaenda zapeza bantu achikamba. It's very easy to communicate with people like that, like it's really easy. But why should I run away from my language? Why should I be ashamed? No, I want to be... No, believe me, you look fake and people don't appreciate that.
And all of a sudden, we are exporting something to what's already there.
Exactly.
To a place that they already have what we export.
They are really worshipping
so we
us.
need to be... Now, when it comes to authenticity, this conversation has been had for the longest time. Like,
I know.
What is the original Zambian music? What's the original Zambian music? Do we need to get back to the roots of Kalindula? How did you find your niche? First of all, maybe Yvonne, maybe I should ask you, how did you find your niche to say, this is my space, I'm going to sing music in my local language and I'm going to sound authentic, but still have a fusion of jazz and all this kind of... How did it work out for you?
Okay, for me, back then I used to listen to Joyce Nyurongo, you know?
Yeah.
I could listen to this music and somehow I grew up just loving this in me, feeling it in my soul, deep in my heart. And I'm like, this is actually really nice.
Right.
It's nice. So I just grew up with it. And since some of the things I can't really explain, but I'll just say, I think I was just born with it.
Yeah.
It's in my DNA, and I just feel like it's something I should, just embrace. So melodies, they come, and since that I'm coming even from the Eastern Province, nakumunzikia nankalako, I'm coming from the Mumbi village, Petauke, so kumamunzi kuja, kuliko kaja kachanich, I don't know, traditional culture, what we do. I'm not anyway embarrassed to say this. Yeah.
I know
so
you are deep into it. You understand what it is.
I understand what it is. So what inspired me, you might be shocked, it's one of those things that they teach you. Vamunyumba manje vavachikazi, vachikulire vakupunzisa nkoni, vaimbako tuma traditional songs, and once vazimaye vamba kuchitako ma drums, they start drumming. So that rhythm, I was taken really like, this is exactly what I want to do.
Wow.
So I was just creative enough to steal some of those to my melodies.
Yeah.
And coming up with something unique. I came up with something very, very unique. So nikankala chabe, I'll just think of to my words ka story, then I fuse it in naka melody kaja kanene nzomvera kakumunzi kaja banimbi
music is done.
That's how it just came about. I'm like, you know what? I think I have to do this. I just have to create something more unique. So this is how I came about with this. And now it turned out to be, it came out so good. And I'm like, now I have found my style.
Yeah.
I have to stick to this. I don't want to sound like anybody else. Of course, people would compare me to most of the people. Some people compare me to Erykah Badu. At this time, I didn't even know who Erykah Badu was. People were calling me Erykah Badu. Erykah Badu. Kena nikonda chiduku chija. Nikavaa na chiduku. That's just my style, And I was like, your voice, sometimes it sounds like Erykah Badu. I'm like, that was J-Bass. J-Bass, one of the good singers. I love Jesper. He's like my brother also. He's here, one of the good soul singer.
Yeah.
So it was like, Erykah Badu, you want to do Erykah Badu? I'm like, Erykah Badu ndiye ndano.
So you started looking up and then...
Yeah. When I found Erykah Badu, and I'm like, whoa. It's like I'm looking at myself because this woman...
A reflection of your own self.
Exactly. I love Erykah Badu now.
I love her music. I love her music.
Erykah Badu. I love Lauryn Hill. Some people also, like in the articles, in one of the biggest articles in Germany, they wrote in the article comparing me to Lauryn Hill,
yeah.
And Erykah Badu as well. They were just writing, she's got more elements of this and this, and they compared me with somebody from Germany, this crazy woman she loves to play with a vocal. She's really, really dangerous. Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm like, whoa, this is really crazy. I'm really, comparing me to such bigger people. Those are my, idols. Those are the queens. Those are legends.
Amazing
like,
stuff.
I'm so humbled. I don't know, but I just have my uniqueness, and I'm like, yeah. Then it's good if I can sound like Erykah Badu. Then
we're on the right track.
Then yeah. So we just have to be true. We have to be real. And now I'm happy.
Number one.
There are people here who are actually really good. There's James Sakala's music, you see.
James Sakala, yeah.
I appreciate we have real good talented people here. There's Teresa Ngambi, James Sakala.
Mumbayachi as well is doing crazy stuff there.
And I'm like, these guys, I wish there could be more of these people.
Yeah.
But they're just few. And most of them, I think you've noticed, they're scared to come out.
Yeah.
They're actually there, but they're hiding, and they're not given exposure. Nobody has interest to go and look for people.
They feel like if I do this kind of music, maybe I need to sound like...
choka mu kanyama muja. Bazamuona bunch. Avala nakani vayongambika, you think they would count on them. And this is very, very sad. People, they would look at the outside, how you look, what you're wearing. But they don't really understand life. Audience anapitamo.
True.
Kulimana badwa talnandrama mushimushe. Once tinapitamo, So but that, because me, I went through the same. Last time I used to walk barefooted. Nenzo yenda kugandula monamen makanwana na papa mwana. I used to go from studios to studios. Please record me. It was really sad that people, even producers, not mention names, but they're asking for other things in exchange.
Wow.
This is what happens here to be honest with you, and it's really sad, and there are actually people are even willing to give it out so that they could just get to the top. Here, what is more interesting is to have fame. Mukazibika chabe nishkwasira. You know, mukazibika chabe nishkwasira, but fame is not everything.
But no passion for the talent.
No passion for the talent, no passion for the art. People are making a lot of things to become famous. It's now in connection to my song.
Yeah.
I know people will say this and this and that, bakuzonda, it's okay. I wasn't born to be loved by everyone.
Absolutely,
anyway.
You can't please everybody.
I'd rather you hate
money.
me for speaking out the truth.
True.
Fame has joined now. Everybody wants to be famous.
Yeah.
For no reason, for just things that don't really even make sense. And then the actual people are really super talented. Bavutika zona akutibafuna kona help. But no, just like that. And I'm like, wow. Yeah. Zambia also, what are we doing? And this is why we also have to change this cycle. And also even the radio presenters, you know, people are playing music for the listeners out there. It's time that they should also have an open mindset of playing something
having
different.
An ear for something unique.
Having an ear for something unique so that we could actually educate our people. You know, we educate our people because you know it's the same thing. Like every day, mwana mungo mpikira chabe, mwana ango kudia nshaba, mwana ango kudia nshaba paka nakula. Mairo mkampasa chani chi msima mkampasa nku kwa zaka.
Yeah.
Because they used to.
Yeah.
So this is what is happening to the people, and I don't blame them because they are spoiled. And it makes it more difficult for people to be creative. And this is why we are in the box here. Zambia, its box is closed. We are suffocating. We can't go out there because we don't know. We don't have this knowledge. We can't until we change this cycle. Really. Yeah. It's really deep, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel sad being the Zambian artist. I love my country, trust me. I've heard a lot of things. My friends, I've been there. I've been here. I was born here.
Yeah, this is homeland. This is
my
home.
This is my country. You know? And I know, sometimes I've been ignored. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I'm actually doing well, you know. My music might not be proper shooting high here. It's okay. I'm trying my best, though I'm not even giving up. I've been advised by so many people from my promoters from that side.
Right.
But I'm like, you know, it's just that and I'm like, in Zambia still. Zambia is my country, and I don't want to forget that I would really love to bring my music to Zambia. No, that's my country. No, you see, also they're observing how we are running things, and you know, they're like, Yvonne, don't stress, just forget it. I'm like, no, nakana. That's my country. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll be here. I'll be doing my best.
Yeah.
Until I die.
So to the people that are actually observing our industry is still, and it's still small. Like we still have a lot to do.
We have a lot to do. We really have to work on our art. Really, it's really scary. And I know most of them won't like me. They don't like the truth, like I told you before.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you the truth, guys. We need to start focusing on art. Stop showing off with money, how much money you have, and start making yourself videos to show people how much money you have. While other people are still suffering in their homes, or you know, taking their kids. Okay, now there's free education, yeah?
Yeah.
There are people are suffering, and those are the people who are supporting you to give you that money financially, and then you start showing them like you are better than them.
Right.
You know? But we need to really start focusing on the art and start humbling ourselves and stop. Of course, if you have, you have it. I'm not saying it's wrong to have
to show off. If you have, you have. You know.
I have things. Also, I have Chanel glass. In fact, I have one of the most expensive Chanel glasses.
Yeah.
Only one pair in the whole world from the Chanel. I bought them in Paris. I don't want to show off, but it was only designed, only one pair. And the one who designed, you know, the founder of Chanel, yeah, he passed away. Himself. He designed one pair, and that pair, I remember the look in the eyes of the people in the shop in the Chanel. They were like this black, and I look rough. She's just walking in the Chanel shop, and she looks, you know, like, I don't know. And there were people there, they are buying to my glasses, expensive. They were the only most expensive glasses there. And I just walked in like a joke. And I told them, I want this. They got my attention. I want this guy. No. But you can't afford it. What? And I'm like, my friend, you think
just
I can't
give them
afford
to me.
Just because I look black or what? I said, please give me. And I took them and they were telling me, this is special. There's only one pair of these glasses. You are the only one who have this pair of glasses in this world. Nobody has them.
And they were designed by the owner.
The owner, only one pair. He designed one pair. It was like a test because that's what he did, when he's designing, just to see how it might do on the market.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, of course, he died. He designed only one pair and it was just there waiting. And I'm like, I got it. So I'm not taking them anywhere. I'm just carrying them because they are special.
Yeah.
Anyone can show off with things like that. But that's not important. It's not worth it.
Let's focus on the art.
Let's focus on the art. You see, there are people like, you see me, yeah? People, they just see the outside. Of course, I look different with when you come to me, really, when you get close like me, you get to know the real person in me.
Yeah.
That's when you know, this one, she's like that. I'll never change. Nangu nankala kubazungu, 40 years or bunch.
You still be the same.
I was born here. I grew up here. Nisanamba tinakulira kujana ni nchinje. Sinankaleko Mtendere. I was in Mtendere there.
Yeah.
My home used to be there. I was on the streets. I can even cook better rumanda than the people here.
Than most of the
Yeah, and the last time I cooked rumanda was 4 years ago when I visited. And I let me make a chabe. No, me, I can't do this. Oh no, this is what and what. Hey, shan, hey, say. I'm like, boy, be like a gangster like me.
Exactly.
Like being
real.
Being real
is what it is.
Be true to yourselves. And I think once we are being real, I mean, there are a lot of people, they are billionaires. Like
a lot of people like rich.
They come to Africa, but you see in some places they go. They are not interested in going Muma 5-star.
All the fancy places. They want to go to the neighborhood, to the Makombo, and like, show me around.
Show me around.
Like this one time, this artist that came from South Africa, and I happened to be one of the people that actually was receiving them here.
Yeah.
And after they just lodged at the hotel, they're like, hey, listen, the gig is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Show us around. Then we took them to these places, and they're like, yo, dude, listen, we already have News Cafe in SA. Take us to the real neighborhood where we can we can show kanyama and whatever like that. People appreciate something that's authentic, not something they've already seen before. And if we continue to reproduce what the world already has, I think it will take a long time for Zambian music to get to where we're supposed to be.
There's too much competition here.
Yeah,
competition is too high. Artists, they don't like each other, but they pretend to like each other.
You think
so? Competing. Yeah. I'm seeing these behaviors, these fake smiles with each other. I'm sorry, but the competition is really, really high here.
Yeah.
But it's not competing about art. It's about clothing, material
status, not even about the talent.
When this one says, Uja, I got a BMW, I got a Range Rover.
Yeah.
What should I do also to get? I even get something bigger than that. Awo bazaenda noenda na mzanu simuza kwa nacho sana ndalama. Mara simwenda kuba, baendo chita vintu vesi vifunika no chitika. No, I'm serious, but I don't like this.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
I don't know what we can do. What do you think we can do to change this mentality and just become like a team? See how you traveled with a team and how successful you guys have become musically. Not to mention other things. How can the whole industry come together and just be successful as an industry and not individuals that want to come out more famous and have status than look down on other artists? Yeah. What can we do to kill this type of...
Already, like what we are doing right now, we've started already like talking about it more.
Yes.
We've started. They might not like it. It might be rough, but I'm telling you the truth, like I even said before, I wasn't born to be loved by everyone. Not everyone can agree with you, So sometimes you have to take a risk. If it's with good intentions, it's coming from a place of love, no hating. I'm not shady, but I'm very straightforward. I would tell you honestly.
Yeah.
I wasn't born to be, to impress everyone.
Absolutely.
If God calls me, Yvonne, you've done something wrong here, definitely I'll bow and cry and, but not just a person.
Yeah.
No. Straight up.
No, straight up. Straight up.
Let them say whatever they will say. My friends, really, now we have started. I wish there could be more workshops. Like what you asked, how can we start this? We need to do more workshops, mixing up with artists, educating each other on how we can improve. My workshops, my managers themselves, how they can improve on how they are managing their artists, how they can sell their artists outside there.
True.
What is needed, taking enough time to investigate. They should start focusing more on getting connections with the people outside.
Yeah.
But also before
to give
doing
them real
that,
gigs outside,
they
not
need
going
to
to
be
perform at clubs.
educated on how things are working there. Music industry. Kuno visebenza vinango.
But
Music here is
you,
different.
Yvonne Mwale kuja,
Yeah.
what are you doing to help these artists get connection in order to, so that when they travel, they just don't come and perform at a nightclub, at a birthday party and come tell us they were on a tour, but they get real gigs, real bookings. What are you doing, you artists that are outside there, to sort of connect with the artists here? Or have you tried to?
Connecting people from here to there.
Yeah.
I have tried actually, but that's something that didn't even really work for me. It's sad that I have to talk about it, but I have to be very real with you. This is something that is even paining me. I had, even now, we had started like a record label called Lemongrass, and this is sad to say, but it's really true. Our idea was to open up a channel or open up a door for people who are really talented from here, giving them a platform from that side where they could come do shows there and also just being there, But again, like I said before, we're talking about the mentality, right?
The egos.
Yeah. They don't understand us. We are staying there, so we know the conditions and what's required.
Yeah.
Things here might work differently here. You can just wake up next day and say, nifuno chako kasho next month. Kuja, it doesn't work like that. You actually booked a year before.
Wow.
A year before. Manje ke kuno, if you're dealing with this mentality, because they don't know. Just because you sign me, they want to be known, they want to be booked right there and then.
Yeah.
You get it? And you tell them what's required. This is what has been happening on my record label. You tell them to say, I'll speak again what I spoke on Radio Phoenix. Artists have websites.
Important
website. As an artist, singer, whatever, have your websites. And don't just have any website. Let your websites be designed in a professional way. Take time. Check out my websites, my artists who are abroad.
Yeah.
Find out who designed those websites. Because that side, I'm talking from experience, From that side, they have requirements and these are real. They can't just book you. First, they will look at your website, how professional your website is looking. It's not just about your skill or your music.
For real?
I swear to God.
So they can even turn down your booking based on how your website looks like?
Exactly.
Whoa.
How your website looks like, how busy is your website, how your biography is written, and you need to find even professional writers who could put text together.
Yeah.
You need, professional. How the photos are looking, how you yourself, your image. What do you have? Are you original? You need to have something very special.
Yeah.
You look like you look like just you.
Yeah.
Don't look similar, don't imitate anybody. So if you don't have an website, that means you're nothing. They won't even book you. So that's number one thing they should really work on. So this is what we've been fighting about. And for us, in our label, we are designing the website. We've got people there. We will design the website ourselves.
Yeah.
And we putting the music on, I don't know how many, 10, 12 musical platforms ourselves. And we offer to... Which doesn't really happen. I don't know. Normally, we even to those people who don't have records, we give out like a support. Like a financial support. We give out like a 10,000 kwacha. You record something from your side.
Right.
Then we do the promotion from there. But first, we have our website being made from that side.
From that side,
and we do the mastering and mixing
there. Wow.
It started working out well. I don't want to mention the names because...
I was about to ask, like, with some of the artists that you tried to
I don't want
to work on.
But Bazazizi anyway. Yeah. Bazazizi, and I know, I'm not saying it in a bad way, but miscommunication, not disrespect. Most of them, they are my friends. Most of them, I respect them. I look up to them like they are my uncles and brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
And it's just so sad. I'm sitting here and I've been hearing background. They're saying, we are not serious. Like we are not serious. And I'm like, but you guys, we told you, please, can you deliver good photos?
Yeah.
Within at least 1 week or 2 weeks, deliver photos. For them, 1 week, it's 6 to 7 months.
The Zambian way of working, and I hate that. I really like...
Just photos, proper photos. And we even give conditions. My photos, yankale koso.
Yeah.
now they're taking photos. I don't know why. You know, photos. Please provide videos. You can't get booked without minus being seen. You are on stage performing and people are vibing to your songs.
Yes.
Because this is exactly what the bookers are looking for. They can't just book you. They want to see how good you are, how the sound is on stage, how are people responding to your music,
wow.
how your performance, your art.
Yeah.
Not for guida microphone guida kukama so.
Yeah.
Hold the mic here, not kuvala so. You're destroying the mic. Your sound can't go. There's a lot to this. Is what I'm saying. There's a lot to learn.
Wow.
Even just holding the mic. Nima problems. Kufunika ma workshops kuno. Holding the mic. You don't hold the mic like that. That's seen as a style. I've seen most hip hop artists.
Yeah,
They're like yeah. No, learn how to hold the mic. Learn how to make movements per stage. Learn how to perform. So they look at all those things. And us, we've been kind enough as a label to say, since we want to push our people internationally, but they have to go along with our requirements. It's not us, but that's how it works there. We tried. Right. Charlie, these things didn't work.
Wow.
They didn't. Nobody was providing videos. And we were like, you don't understand. We can't have you booked because we don't have materials.
Yes.
And we have pangamongati. Nothing has been happening and we're just delaying and what and all.
Yeah.
Nobody has delivered anything.
Yeah.
Even until today I'm still waiting for one of them to send the music, like, because we're like, some of them they were like, we have the music but it was recorded in a good way, like, let us listen, the quality is actually good, you have good studios here, but we could have them mixed there and also mastered there so that we have the quality that it's also required there.
Yeah. Up to now they haven't sent.
Still waiting.
Dreams, can you send your music? They're waiting.
Still waiting, So now, we've even, like, serious, we've just changed our minds. Like, at this point,
so now
I think
it's becoming difficult now to actually help your own people to get...
It's been difficult. So now I'm a bit pissed off where they have to say we don't have materials even when you go to the page of Lemongrass. There's no material. What should we do? Nobody's providing materials. Should I come here to start making... the thing is, if you're an artist, their problem, mentality, it's you. You have to push yourself.
Yes.
Yeah? Mama Kambati, if you are really pressed, sorry, I'm going to use this word. If you're really pressed, you will run to the toilet, right?
Yeah.
The toilet doesn't run to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You often end up toilet. So why do you want the toilet to follow you? You want to make your name. You have to make an effort. Oh, I need photos. I need this and this and that. I want my, you need to work on your brand, but be on time. Deliver things on time. You need to push yourselves. Even the managers, here managers, they are your bosses.
Yep.
Their managers are working for me. I have to be the one paying my managers. That's how it works.
Wow.
So like I'm saying, things are different here.
Yeah.
Here managers now, they have to tell you what to do. No, here. A manager can't pay me. I have to pay my manager.
To do certain things for you.
Exactly. And here they don't know some of these things. And I'm just laughing like,
amazing stuff. In case you're just joining us right now, I'm having a chat with Yvonne Mwale. We'll be back right after this short break. All right, so now I want you to take me through your, because when I listen to your music, right, it's so rich.
Yeah.
Not only culturally, but even just music-wise, you know what I mean? And I get intrigued. Tell me, what's your creative process? How do you come about creating a song?
Okay, that's really a nice one. For me, it's how my mind, or how can I say, my thoughts, I would say in my dreams most of the times, things happen a lot when I sleep.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they happen a lot. I don't know, somehow I think it's a spiritual thing where every time whenever I sleep, something wakes me up. It's like a certain good energy that comes. And most of the times in the nights I pray, I pray, and when I start feeling, you can feel the shivers. I have goosebumps, and in my I don't know, there's just a certain energy that comes.
Right.
And when that comes, I always get down on my knees and pray. I always ask God, Jehovah, please, whatever I'm feeling, I don't know, I just want you to guide me through this melody. Please allow me to create something good.
Yeah.
And that night I wake up, whether I'm 0203, I'll just get my phone, go on the voice recording. I record a melody, I record. I keep it there. And then the next day, just the melody, no words before.
Yeah.
So I always come up with melodies before. So the next day, that's when I have now time to like, a melody kinda, so how can I improve it?
Right.
So let me just find the topic. What should I talk about? Then I would quickly think about what I have to talk about.
Yeah.
Then I start writing. So always it comes in my dreams, just a melody. I have sounds. I hear voices in my head.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot. And I just feel
and that's
like,
the thing about being creative. I think sometimes
sometimes I do talk to myself sometimes in an awkward way. If you don't know me well, you would think, anachitikako sopangona. Saza tukamba ninguzi that like I don't know. I feel certain things, and I would even excuse myself. I would just go somewhere. I always love to talk to God. I don't know.
Right.
I love to talk to my God. I feel the energy, and I know that God also speaks to me in a certain way.
Yeah.
I'm always protected, really. I always feel this. God is always guiding me, giving me ideas on how I can come about with my songs. And I'm always like, God, just give me the right direction. Don't allow me to sing anything that is negative, something that is, promoting the evil work.
Yes.
I don't like that. Let me just sing about something that is more real.
Exactly.
Something that people
sending
could,
positive energy to the
get
world.
One or two, three things. Because music is education also. People can learn. They have to be learning from it. There's certain music that people, from music, people learn how to be drunkards.
Absolutely.
That.
Music has got influence. Like
music has got
powerful.
Influence. Yeah, people can learn how to drink from music. There's a certain Nigerian song, I don't know what it is, about drunkenness. Drunk, eh? Alcohol. No. Okay, it's good. I love the melody also. But there are certain songs that are really influencing you to do certain things. You have to be very careful with these songs, eh?
True.
So just pray about it. I pray. I don't know how I'm just speaking for me as an artist. For me, that's how I do it.
Yeah.
I speak to my God. I pray, and melodies, they just come in my dream when I sleep. I feel things more deeper. I love to talk to myself, and when I have that melody, I would quickly, because I love also playing with my machines, my vocals, looper stations. I love to play, because now I learned, how to play with my loopers, and that's what we should be doing more.
Yeah.
And I think more vocalists even here should be inspired to do so.
Right.
Buy to my loopers, they're affordable. There's Amazon these days.
Yeah, you can just
buy
order
a vocal effect, especially for vocalists. If you're not too much into instrument playing, if you love to play with the voice, you need to know how this voice station, how it works. You have fun, you create harmonies, you create something for yourself, you do a bit of beatbox. You need to experiment as a vocalist. I really recommend this, and this helps you actually to become more creative.
Right.
You come up with this has helped me even for the free soul. I the looper has really given me ideas to create more songs.
And for somebody who really loves music, you can tell that your music has got a sort of spiritual influence and elements in it. Amazing stuff. Hey, I played her album so much, and that time I was dating my girl's name was Yvonne at the time. I played that CD so much, and she, to a point where she was like, are you sure it's just the music?
It's not me.
No, it's not you.
Maybe I've changed.
At the point where she's like, are you sure it's just the music? Because this CD has played a lot. I'm like, because your music is amazing. Man. Amazing stuff.
It has to touch a certain soul.
Absolutely.
If my music, for me, it's not necessary that the music has to touch millions of people. If I have 2 or 3 people who can be able to recognize my music or change people's lives. One time I was at a concert in one of the festivals. There were like more than 12,000 people there. I'm like, there's a person. I was very, very emotional. There's a lady who came. She was brought on a wheelchair, and they were waiting to speak to me. And me, this is something that I have. I don't look down on people. I have time.
Yeah.
Nikachoka up a stage, I have time. I love to talk to the fans. I don't want to behave like, hey, I'll do my autographs, which is okay, but I have time for people. Be kind. Some want to take selfies with me, and I have time with other people. And there was this lady who was brought on a wheelchair. She was actually not so old, like maybe 40, 43, 40, yeah. So she looked at me and she's like, I can't even talk properly. She had, I think, a daughter, and the daughter was crying there, and she's telling me, my mom, she has only maybe 2 days to go, to live. And her last wish, many last wish, one man last wish was to see you on stage. And she's been crying here like crazy all throughout.
Wow.
And she really cried to say, I would die in peace. I have my life, even now I feel like I'm born now, I'm new. Even when I'm going, I'll be just happy.
Wow.
I was really touched. This lady touched my heart. I really cried. Like, I didn't know that my music could really be very much, could really touch people's souls like that. Because most people in the audience, they cry. There are some songs when I get too much into deep performing, because that's what art is all about. My music is not just something you just go on stage, you perform bantu batota kwa sila.
You have to touch somebody with it.
You have to touch somebody with it. Let them feel what you feel, because it's not just music. Most of the songs, there are songs that talks about my experiences in this life,
right?
What I've been through, and also talks about other people's experiences as well. We are people. We learn how to hustle. We learn how to survive. We learn how to endure pain. Obstacles and challenges. Everyone has challenges. So I found a way to help people to heal, and encouraging them, especially to those orphans, who've just lost their parents.
Right.
They don't have parents, they don't have people looking after them. They should feel encouraged. With or without education, they should still feel encouraged to do something positive. I'm that one example. With no education whatsoever, I'm just a grade 9 dropout. I didn't finish my school, I'm not trying to encourage people that don't, education is not good. It's good. It's really important. You have to go to school. But if you don't have that possibility, to go to school, you don't have that an opportunity, you don't have it, you can still do something positive. Don't be like, just because I didn't go to school, I'll just start stealing. That's the way to survive. I'll just become a prostitute. That's the only way to survive. No.
Yeah.
I used to sell, I could sell tomatoes.
Yeah.
I used to be a maid. I was cleaning in people's homes. You get it?
Right.
And I never really, I wasn't ashamed. I'm like, God gave me 2 hands,
right,
2 legs. I can use them. With or without education, I can do something good. Do something. Make fritters. Look, people, they know how to hustle. You can do a lot. So with or without education. And if you have a talent, please be patient enough and work on your skills. Take enough time to improve your skills.
Right.
Because that day, it won't be today, it won't be tomorrow. Just wait for the calling of God. If God calls you and God says, my child, this is the right time.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad, because people, they are impatient here, most of the times.
Yeah.
They want pamene hapa bafuna pamene hapa vichitike mairwankala na famous kwa sira. It takes courage, it takes effort to work. You need to be determined. You need to put on more effort in your work.
You need to stay hungry
focusing on your brand, growing it, but not just growing it, but improving, especially on your skills.
Right.
Make sure that what you are doing, it will be appreciated even more. For me, if you have 4 or 5 people in this life who are appreciating your work, for me, it's more than enough. Then I'll die as a hero. At least 2 or 3 people can remember my name.
Yeah.
This is why I love Chronics. It's
deep.
Chronics is deep.
His reggae
there's
is
this
very...
song that is Chronics sometimes is like speaking me, my language most of the times. It's not important if people 100 or the whole Zambia don't know me. I don't care. 3, 5, 10 people, they are able to remember me.
Yeah.
I'm a hero. I am a hero. I've changed people's lives. And now it's all over, And I mean, it's good to have people, but even if you don't have so many people appreciating your work, it's also fine.
Oof, 100%.
For me, I don't care too much
love
about
that.
Yeah.
Totally
it's
love
fine,
that.
It's
totally
okay.
love that.
Yeah.
In closing, looking at your life, very inspirational.
Yeah.
Looking at your background, you were homeless, had a child at a young age that you had to take care of. Looking at the journey to where you're at now and going forward, when it's all said and done, what's one thing that you want people to remember you for?
I want people to remember me for only good things, I would say. I want them to remember me for speaking and standing up for, peace and love. I want people to remember me as a person who truly respects people, who truly understands the value of life, and a person who never really looks down on people. I just want people to remember me for being kind, and also to remember me that you could have nothing, but still you have your life. You might not have money. I value life. I respect life more. Those are the only things that people want them to remember me for. Plus my work.
Absolutely.
I have my work. They should just remember me for that. At least I'm able to change 1 or 2 lives, and for me, that's okay. But I stand up for peace. I speak for peace. I stand up for love, for unity. That's also my legacy, People, they should learn how to come together and spread the love and empowering each other, spreading some love. Treat people nice on the streets. People are homeless. Let's be kind. Let's learn how to share with the people, with the poor people. Let's learn how to respect each other. Not just because me, I have money, you don't have money, so there's a certain way I should communicate with you, putting you down. One human. This is why I like this project that I was part of. It's called One Human. It's one of the biggest project that broke the world record as the most featured song.
Wow. It
was done by a guy from United States there. So they were selecting also artists, looking for people who could be part of this project. And I'm humbled because also this was nominated for the Grammys as well.
Wow.
The same project. So I represented my country. Yes. And also there's another project that is coming up, the same one that we are working on. It's actually from Decca Records. Decca Records belongs to Universal Records. It's in London. And they come up with a project also similar to this One Human. It's actually also one of those peaceful song. It's about climate change. This project, So they've put musicians together, and one bigger legend. I don't know the name. I don't know if you know Big Dreams. Big dreams are made of it. Who am I to disagree? You don't know. Some of them wants to use you. You don't know.
No.
Some of them. She's one of the biggest, like a legend. Yeah. So we did.
So you're working together on this project?
In the project. Yeah. And I was humbled, like, wow, this is Decca. Decca Records. It belongs to Universal. And we're in touch, and they're like, Yvonne, whenever you need anything, just let us know. Let us know. We are your biggest fans.
Right.
And we just started recently, working on it.
Amazing.
And so somebody composed the song, and they were like, we want you to translate it in your beautiful language. And I'm like, I'm so happy. Let me represent my country well. So I did a very, very good job, and we did a very, very simple video, and some other countries as well they did. So they're trying to make it big, and they will promote it as well. So just humble. I won't reveal too much, but at least we are cooking up something good.
Amazing
we had
stuff.
Corona, we didn't do so many shows, but some bigger things are cooking up. So it's just coming. Chaos, we love working in the background. Don't talk too much.
Let the work
let the work speaks out. So those are the good things that are really happening.
So for people that would love to follow you on your journey and want to get to know you more, how can they find you on your socials, your websites and everything?
Just go to YvonneMwale.com, Yvonne Mwale Music. Very, very easy to find me. YvonneMwale.com, Yvonne/.mwale.com. And they would find me there.
Great stuff. Yvonne, nice talking
Thank
to you.
Thank you so much.
Really appreciate it.
It was really nice to have.
Coming. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't yet subscribed, check out Titandala the podcast on all your podcast platforms as well as YouTube. Until next week, it's bye for now.